Okay, this is your 48-hour forecast for Western PA, Erie, Pittsburgh, Bradford, Altoona, and areas out west like that. The next update will be Saturday on the 8th. This is the new format. Every other day I'll give you a 48-hour forecast. Every other day I'll do a long video about the weather that's coming up. I'll just touch on the fact that we should have what I call like a blowtorch next week, where the temperatures get really spring-like, but somewhere around the 20th, it'll get below normal again. Snow-wise, just light amounts. I don't see any major snowstorms. And looking back at things, the GFS model was 0 for 7 this winter when it talked about snowstorms. So it was something's wrong with that model. Okay, so to start off with, this is your temperatures roughly around 6 o'clock tonight. That'll be, and you can see it's either freezing or below out in western Pennsylvania. Precipitation going on at this time. It's basically flurries, likely out there. You don't have much to worry about. And the wind, which will be a factor tonight in a lot of places. These are your wind gusts, upper 20s, and there's higher elevations here get into the 30 range around this time as we go through the night. But you'll see they do increase a little bit. They gust out by Pittsburgh and all in the upper 20s to around 30. Most of the heavier winds are to the east as we go through the nighttime hours, and this takes you to around 11 in the morning, and you can see some of the hilltops up here have wind gusts 30, 40 mile an hour, so it's pretty windy up there. Elsewhere, it's just in the 20s. Temperature-wise, when we get towards the morning hours, you can see they don't really go down a heck of a lot, but they're down in the mid 20s, low 20s in the higher elevations. Here's Bradford at 22. So, it gets pretty chilly tonight. And for this time of year, that's cold for this time of year. But as we go through the daytime hours on Friday, it warms up a little bit. We're talking about 40 to low 40s. Unfortunately, up by Bradford, you're at 33. But otherwise, it's warmed up pretty good. Precipitation tomorrow during the day. Um, you can see there's nothing going on during the afternoon. We have to get into the early evening hours. This is around 6 o'clock. We have a little bit of a clipper coming through here. And I mean a little bit. And it's just getting to Pittsburgh around 6 o'clock. And it'll come through. And you can see it's a thin band of snow. This is around 11 o'clock. And here's 12 o'clock. Here's 1 o'clock. And then what's left behind is just some flurries by 5 o'clock in the morning. Um, you're talking about, lights amounts of snow dusting out by Pittsburgh. Here's the stretch through here where there's maybe an inch or two on the higher elevations. But it's not much, but it's just a nuisance. Bradford, maybe just an inch or just over an inch. So it's just basically a nuisance that you have to worry about. As we get into Saturday, temperatures, well, Saturday morning, you can see they're pretty chilly. They're down in the 20s. Pittsburgh, you're right around 32. All the way up here in Bradford, you're down in the teens. And on Saturday during the daytime, it warms up, but not as much as it did on Friday. Temperatures basically mid 30s to upper 30s, and in Bradford, northern areas up here, you don't get above freezing on Saturday. And then as we go into Saturday night, here's around midnight. Temperatures drop back down below freezing again, mid 20s to around 30 degrees as we go through. And by 2 in the morning, you can see it's dropped down into the 20s. And by early Sunday morning, it'll be down upper teens to lower 20s. And that would be your forecast.